Welcome, 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 everybody. Let me just give it a second. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, yesterday I didn't have a stream. I had mentioned in the end of the previous stream that I had something on. Sometimes on a Tuesday I'm not able to stream, but that was moved to Wednesday this week. Um, so unfortunately Wednesday was the off day. My plan was to alternate between Minecraft and other games this week. So since I didn't stream yesterday and I streamed Minecraft on Tuesday, I figured I should do Minecraft again. So hopefully that should be fine. We'll see what we end up streaming tomorrow. But that's a concern for tomorrow. Right now we need to figure out what we're going to do. So between the last stream and this stream, I mentioned that I would do some AFK fishing. I've done that. I've just basically repaired all my armor and some of my tools. My two pickaxes in particular was running a little bit low on durability. The elytra actually, as far as I need to go to find some of the things that I'm needing, I think I'm going to need more than one elytra. So I don't know if that means that we're going to have to go get maybe another one or two elytra. I don't really feel like doing that because it's going to it's not really going to give us progress. But I think the problem is that there's some stuff that we have to do that is taking us quite far away. So I think we might have to do it. We can also get some more shulker boxes. I actually think we should have... Let's take this armor shulker box. I don't think we need any of these with us on the go. I don't think we're going to run out of armor while we're out and about. We might want to make a different type of sword or armor. Well, actually not really. If we lose the armor while we're out and about, we'll probably just come back. In the same way, we don't really need the dragon egg and stuff with us, but I'll leave it there so that I know where to find it. We still need to find a notch apple for the eat everything. So I'd like to finish that off so that we can clear some of that. The cat variants and breed everything requires a lot of traveling, and then all the biomes one is the other one that needs a lot of traveling. I think we'll probably do that last, because if I spend hours and hours finding all these things and then I die during a raid or something, I'm gonna feel like that was wasted time. So I think what's gonna be viable options for us to do next is either, well, it's probably something that we need to do that requires prep. So that'll probably be either setting up a tunnel in the nether for ghasts to spawn so we can bring a ghast in, or setting up a drowned farm, or on the other hand just going and looking for drowned. I think that's something that's time consuming that we need to do, because we not only need to get the trident and we have to enchant it and wait for a storm and all that, so the sooner we do that, the better. Kill one of every hostile monster. We can actually get pretty close to that. The 5 that we're missing, I think, is we can quickly go to an ocean monument, and basically if we don't do the one close by, we can actually clear it out. I don't really need to collect sponges or anything from there, but I can basically I don't even really need to clear it out. I just need to get to one Elder Guardian and kill it. I mean, obviously I'll kill a regular Guardian on the way in, and then I can leave. I don't really need anything from there. So we can do that, because then we just need the monsters from the hostile mobs from the raid, and then that one will be done. The totem we'll get from doing a raid as well. What I might do is, in order to make the raid safer, like, I mean, obviously, if you're just getting, if you're getting Bad Omen 1, you know, and you're not standing in the middle of the town, you probably won't die doing the raid, but there's a good chance that the villagers won't survive, and I don't think you get the hero of the village if none of them survive. I think the raid ends. So I think what we can maybe do is set up a village to be safe for a raid. So we've got a village nearby, kind of the closest one to us, where I've closed off the houses, and that should mean even if some of the villagers outside die, the ones inside the houses should be safe, unless the Vex can get them. But I'm not sure if they'll spawn the Vex for villagers. Biomes we're not going to do. The Kill 2 Phantoms thing, I also have a plan for that. For that we need to get cobwebs. Now, if I remember correctly, what we can do is go to the stronghold and get cobwebs from the library in the stronghold. So that's something we can do to get that done as well, because after this one there's another one. We have the crossbow already. We tried for a couple of nights to hit them, and we killed maybe 30 phantoms, but we never killed 2 with the same shot. The other thing that we can do is just get 3 with the skeleton skulls. I think actually that's what I'm going to do, because this is a fairly standard thing. It's not really that risky. So I think we'll just take our looting sword, get with the skeleton skulls, and if we get 3, I mean we have about 2 hours. If we get 3, then we can just spawn a wither and get that, and then we can have a beacon. And what I'll probably do is, just to be safe, I'll set up a beacon in the village where we're going to do the raid with regen. Just to absolutely make sure that nothing goes wrong during the raid. So these books, I need to find a spot. Okay, let me put them with the other books in the fishing area. So we're probably going to end up... There actually isn't too much space left here. I'll just keep these books here. I'll move the fish out. And some of these other things we have space for them. So we can put them away as well. And I'll just do this. I'll disenchant these when I need levels for something. So let's just organize this from the fishing that we did. Should have one of these, and then we can put all the fish over here. I must keep some of the fish because I need the raw ones for taming the cats. So I traded a whole bunch of them before, and then when I went out looking for cats I didn't have any. So we want to have like a couple of stacks of raw fish for trading, for taming the cat, sorry, not trading. And then I'll just leave the water bottles here. We're going to need to make a bunch of potions later on for the potion effects. And so we'll need those there. We have some empty bottles, so we can make more. I'm not going to take the crossbow with me because I'm not going to need it now. So I'm going to put it there. I want to keep that, doesn't have mending on it, so I want to keep this for those advancements that I need. We also need to do some prep to hit the 5 different mobs. For that we have to kind of trap a couple of them, and I'm not sure which ones we'll do. We'll have to figure out which mobs we're going to put in there. It doesn't have to be hostile mobs, but ideally you want mobs that are roughly all equally tall, so that you're guaranteed to hit all of them. Because if you miss one of them, then that you lose the advancement. You could also put more than 5, so that if you miss one, you might hit the one behind it, and that might help. But you'll have to see. Some of the hostile mobs burn up in the daytime, so you run the risk of not. Oh, I can actually take this. You run the risk of not hitting them. Oops, not that one, this one. Sorry, if you miss one and you hit the same one twice, it also won't count because it's not 5 different mobs. I think that's how it works. So let's go. Actually, I have to remember to keep doing this. I'm actually at the point where I think an automatic farm might be better, but then we can't actually go automatic because we need to replant. Okay, good. Luckily I did just eat, so we could possibly get another. Oops. We could possibly get another villager to try and get an infinite trade situation going. But I don't really have enough spaces in that section there, so it might be difficult because we actually have all the villages that we would need. It's just one of the trades that they needed they didn't have. So we just needed like another copy of the same villager basically. Should actually fix that one spot, but it's some carrots and some potatoes. Okay, so what do we need? We need a looting sword. We can take our infinity bow with the looting sword. That should be fine. Actually, no. With the skeletons, I don't bother to kill them with a bow. I just need to have a bow for ghasts and things. And I think since we're going to be going there, I'm not too worried about. I'm not too worried about. Oh, there's a brewing stand. There's nothing in this one yet, so I don't need it to be there. So I'm gonna take both of them out because they stack, and I'm just gonna put them in this chest so that later, if we want to make more, we have them there. Take one regen potion just in case. This is an extra long durability one. So it's a 90-second one. I don't think we're gonna be in that much trouble. So I think I closed this portal. No, I guess I didn't. So I might as well go through this one because this one actually comes out right by the Nether Fortress, which is what we want. No, it doesn't because I destroyed the bottom portal. Okay, that's fine. So I think that portal at the bottom comes out. So these pillars go to the stronghold. That's the portal, so those pillars go to the stronghold. These go to the Nether Fortress, which is, I think, is just over there. Yes. So let's see, because if we fight the Wither, it is actually getting the Wither skulls is one advancement, and fighting the Wither is another one. So we'll get 2 at least that way. We don't have enough blocks to make a full beacon, although that would be another advancement if we got that. Like I said, I don't think we'll get that. I haven't been using my bow for a while, so now my aim isn't that great. We don't really need the blaze rod, so oops. Oh. Trying not to go through too much food here. I don't know why it doesn't seem to be traveling correctly. It's like the arrow just falls short. Maybe it's just tick updating slow or something. Okay, so this is the best spot for the Wither skeletons, I think. Just want to pick these blaze rods up because we might as well get them. Oh. Okay. So now we shouldn't need the bow anymore. Well, actually, if I remember correctly, there's some blaze spawners on opposite ends of one of these tunnels. It's not this one. But there's somewhere. So we will want to be aware of those. Remember, this is the main problem with just running around a fortress like this, is that the odds of Wither skeletons spawning is just low enough that it gets frustrating. Now, if we had any torches down here, did I go down that way? I don't remember. We do want to remove them because that reduces the spawns of Wither skeletons. I think what we can also do is Oh, I actually didn't realize that it goes that deep. Yeah, these torches are also not helping. I think sometimes what happens is they spawn on the roof, and then that reduces the spawns in the rest of the place, but this one's actually not exposed, so they shouldn't be spawning there. We might have to. My plan was initially to have quite a few beacons. See, this is the end. To have quite a few beacons, and this just has, yeah. So I think I torched them up to reduce the spawns of these, but they obviously still do spawn, so. They tend to just spawn further away. So there was a way that I got, I think if you go this, oh there we go. We've got some. I tend to not bother with the weather effect too much. Is it looting 3? Yes. The problem is sometimes there's some lag and then they, oh there we go. Excellent. So that's the first one. I was lucky to get it on the second one. One of these had a way to go up, I think, and then you get to the... So it's not this one, because that one's closed off, but maybe the second one ends up outside. Yes. So they tend to spawn on the roof because it's the largest open area without light. And then you end up running around the fortress everywhere, and all the mobs are up here. Because they spawn on nether brick, so, and this is like a large area of nether brick. So it's useful to check it every once in a while to make sure that that's not where they all are accumulating. There's a lot of light here for some reason. I guess there's lava somewhere. Oh yes, that lava is causing light. Once we're inside here, we don't have to worry about ghasts, really. This also goes outside. I think when there's lava outside like this, it creates enough light in here that nothing spawns. So we might have to go outside, see where that lava is coming from, and then remove the source. But I get the feeling it's not right above you. I think it's something high up where the lava's running from, which means we'd have to pillar up and try to find it like that. We don't have any blocks to do that with. Okay, do I need to climb up there? How did I get in here? Oh, I don't actually remember how I got... Yeah, I think I ran on. Yes, okay. So I ran from the edge there. So I don't know if this lava has anything to do with the lava that's flowing there. Hey, slime elbow. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Let's get rid of him. No, I don't think that's the same one. So let's go this way. Losing my bearings now. Yeah, so there doesn't seem to be light here. But the other passages definitely have light reducing the spawns. And it's these ones that come from the top that there's such a mission to get rid of. Because if you look at, for example, that lava there, it's coming all the way from up there as well, so I can't really get rid of that. Let's check, it sounds like blazes spawned up here. Ah, there we go. No blazes? Okay, perfect. Ah. I was sure there was 3. The fact that Wither knocks you doesn't make a lot of sense. It can actually be quite bad if it like knocks you off the edge. I think they kind of wanted to make it as if you get hit, but they made it like exactly as if you get hit. So the problem is once you're up here, I think you're too close for them to spawn. So what I can do actually, let's do this. Won't completely get rid of the lava, but it might help to stop it flowing there, and then we'll have less light in that tunnel. So if we come over here, oh, and then we get blazes. Come on. Okay. I was hoping that would be far enough for them to spawn over there, but I guess it's not. How's it been going, Slamobber? Did you stream today? Do you stream during the day or in the evenings? I don't think I saw you stream, but then I was working, so I don't always pay too close attention to when people go live during the day. Try to check every now and then, but you know, you still have to get stuff done, so. Okay, let's grab this one. Now if we're on top, we should be able to see if there's anything here. I don't see anything. Let's go down and check. Usually the best fortresses are the ones where you can make a route. Actually, I know this fortress relatively well now, so I don't need these anymore. So removing them is going to clear up some of the light. And that'll help the spawns. I'm actually going to run to the end here just to put everything into the spawn range. What What the heck is this song? The Call of Duty Circus. Oh, this is the problem. I don't actually want more of these guys to spawn. Oh, there's one up there. Now how do we taunt him to come down without walking straight into him? There's a ghast somewhere, but he's not in render distance, so... I hate it when you get those small little... it's like a very small little moth. It just keeps flying in front of your face the whole time, over and over. They get into my office somehow. And then once they're stuck inside, they never leave. They bother me so much. Let's go back in here and see what we can find. Oh wait, no. I need to go... How do I get in? Is it this one? Oh, it's this one, yeah. So I'm gonna get rid of all these torch blocks, because I think they're really affecting the spawns. So I think pretty much nothing spawns here with those in the middle. I think the problem is with the light here, they're all spawning outside on the roof. I mean, if I have to, I might need to slab the area around the fortress to just force all the spawns to happen in the fortress. I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, they can't go through there. The steps are too high. They're too tall to go through there, so... That's unfortunate for them. I don't normally do the... Most people do this. Right, and then they can't get through. Makes it safer. In ultra hardcore I would probably do that, because when you get the wither effect, you basically have no health left. I wish they didn't drop stone swords, it kind of just fills up your inventory. We need 3 of them. Can actually check the... What's the mobs? So the first bunch that we killed, we wouldn't have had looting, I don't think. Oh no, we probably did. 19. Okay, so we've gotten 1 out of 19. Usually I think it's about 1 every 20, so I think it's like with looting 3, it's a 5% chance. So if we kill another 40, we should have 3. Up in here. Problem isn't killing 40, the problem is finding 40. Might have to go back onto the roof. I think we did go... Did we go this way? No, I don't think so. I don't really need to go to the end. I know that there's nothing here. It's just running to the end clears up spawning space over there. Because mobs can only spawn 25 to 45 blocks from you, so if you stay in the same area the whole time, then you don't get any spawns. So running that way probably cleared some of this out. Oh, except there isn't much here. Might have cleared this out, but I'm not going to run all the way there. Okay, so let's see what we have here. You can check up here, because it's... Whoa! So let's go this way around. Oh, this is a dead end one. One of them is not. I think it's this one to the right. We first check the left. Nope. Then we can go around. Oh, let's eat something while we... We can pick that up on the way out. Nothing. I don't think there's much past here because it's just a passage. Yeah. This fortress is actually not too big, so I'm actually gonna go kill that magma cube. In case we need more potions, fire resist for something. Oops. You're trying to sideswipe me. Might as well check for ghast tears. Oh, that's 2. It's worth coming up here for 2 ghast tears. It's 6 regen potions. don't know if there were wither skeletons up here, but there definitely aren't anymore, so I don't know if we made them go away by going so far away, or if there just weren't any to start off with. I think there's that's the other side. No, I made a little walkway up there, so it might be worth going out to that and doing a loop. Because sometimes doing that, moving far away and coming back, causes there to be a bunch of wither skeletons, but it also generally causes there to be a lot of blazes and things, so... How far away is he? And of course now they're over there on the roof. Oh no, it's just normal skeletons with armor. Let's go up here. Up here and see if we can find blazes. Stay in the corridors and we don't have to worry about the ghasts. Oh, there he is. Thought I heard him somewhere. I hear something, but I think it's a zombie pigman. Oh, there he is. You trying to get up here? Do you know the way? Okay, let's go over here where he can get to us. Can you not get to us? Oh no, he can't. He's a little bit stuck there. Okay, we're gonna help him. Because we want him to find us. When I say I want him to find us, I mean I want him to die a terrible death. Okay. So let's run out to this far edge, either that one or that one. I think this one's better. Although here we tend to get, I don't know where the, I guess there's a large open area there, that's where the ghasts spawn. Basically we want that passage to be in the 45 block range so that things can spawn there. I don't even think we can shoot that far. Yes, you can if you angle it right. I don't want him to run on the edge because then I'm going to hit him over. This is the frustrating thing about trying to get a beacon. It's not hard at all. I mean, even on hardcore, I've prepared enough that I'm safe. Like, nothing's gonna go wrong here. It's just a question of how much food I use to get this done. And the drop rate being low just makes it take long. And that's not what I want to do. I specifically didn't want to hit the wither skeleton with that bow. So I need to kill him with looting. Regular skeletons I don't care. I better kill them with the bow. I wish there was a mechanic that you could make similar to how you can make creepers spawn or you know, make spiders spawn in a normal mob farm. Wish there was a way that you could make wither skeletons spawn and not other mobs. Because even if it required collecting a whole bunch of materials and then I should not try to jump that because it's not close enough. But I can do this. Yes. Even if you had to prep the nether fortress you know, gradually starting on one side and making only where the skeletons spawn, that would be very useful. But I think the best thing you can do is you can block everything else off so that nothing spawns there other than on the nether bricks, but then you're still going to have, I think, magma cubes, blazes, and regular skeletons and wither skeletons. I think the only reliable way to get rid of everything but the wither skeletons is to have them spawn, to put wither roses everywhere, and then the wither roses will kill everything except the wither skeletons. We need to go the other way, but that requires quite a lot of setup. You have to find an area of the nether fortress with a crossroads in it. Replace the nether bricks with dirt or something that you can plant flowers on. Oh. Okay, isn't one behind me. Some of their hurt boxes are a little bit ridiculous. At least there seems to be a few of them now. Let's start off going this one because it's a long tunnel. Then we can do this one. So this should actually despawn everything more than 45 blocks away, which means it should be close by now, if there are any. But I guess it could be on top. And here are wither skeletons, so possible it's on the roof, but now I can't get there from here. By the time I go back, it's not going to be there. Maybe I go outside this way, because if I run too far they're just going to despawn again, right? That's not even there. I can hear it. If it's not on the roof, it must be inside one of these hallways. That one's just going to go around. I don't know where else it could be. I heard some wither skellies, but now. Yeah, I mean I get why the spawn rate's on higher, because when you first come here it's quite dangerous. But I mean, eventually when you need the... What? I'm pretty sure I saw that arrow go right through that ghast. See, now there's one up there. But now I'll be damned if I can get there without him despawning. So let's try. He's right there. There's a blaze as well, so let's see if we can get rid of the blaze before we go there. We're staying as close as we can so that they don't despawn. Oops, blaze is still shooting at us. And another blaze. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this one, and then I'm gonna go back for that. Can I get his attention? Be nice if I could get his attention. Let's hope those other three stay there. See, one of them despawned. So that was nice because it was a pack spawn, right? One spawned and then it did pack spawning mechanics to get the other two. But then because it was so far away, one of them despawned in the process. Okay, let's get this one first and then... Oh, is the other one coming back? I heard him walking. Yeah, so normally what we can do is we could tear all this down. And actually I'm starting to lose patience here, so I might actually start doing this. We could technically tear all this down. This is still all inside the bounding box of the Nether Fortress, so if we do this, wither skeletons can spawn on that as well. So what you can do is do this. I hate those fences that they put in there because that's super annoying. We can try and get all this nether brick. There's certain sections that have the fence and certain sections that don't, so all this up, and I'm trying to stay as close to the block when I break it so that I pick it up and it doesn't just fall overboard and go into the lava. But I don't generally come out this far, so it's not too much of an issue. But it also helps because they tend to, if they spawn or stand on the walls, they tend to run along the walls rather than get off the wall and run towards you. And when you hit them, they tend to get knocked back and fall off, so that's also not something you want. So I'm kind of trying to remove this nether brick anyway. other thing we can do is all the netherrack that we mine to make our paths in between our portals, we can smelt those up into nether brick, and then turn those into nether bricks, and come and lay them out as well, and just basically increases the chances of mobs spawning on them. The problem is it's not just wither skeletons that can spawn there, blazes can also spawn there, so that it becomes a little bit annoying when you have a ton of blazes spawning. Blazes have a pretty wide range that they'll start shooting at you, so you end up having a lot of blazes around. It can be problematic as well. There you go. See, at least now it's not on the wall. Where's that guy? Let's get him. So I'm assuming you figured out, Nitro, that we're just getting some skulls to spawn the wither. I actually want to fill the inside of this up rather than the outside. Oh, they're coming from both sides. It does become... Coward! Come back. Becomes a little bit dangerous when you can fall off there. I hear a ghast, but I don't see it. Is it below us? Oh, I think it was over there, and I think it disappeared. Oops. Didn't want that. Yay, pack spawning. Okay, I'll have to eat later. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I've been here for a while before, and so I kind of know the layout, and I feel mostly safe. I mean, obviously something can always go wrong. The ghast despawn. I don't know where he went. Okay, that's the second one. There was definitely three spawned together. Oh, there he is. So I'm gonna see if I can get to that one and then go for that one. But this ghast is still somewhere here behind this thing. Sometimes you're lucky. I've seen people get 2 skulls in like 3 kills. Like their first 3. Ooh. Don't want him to stand there because he's gonna fall off. Nope, stop it. Not too worried about the weather effect, I just don't want him to fall off. Let us... I need some more food, I think. So let's do that. I'm going to try to keep filling this out to help pack spawns here, because I think that's the way that's going to go the fastest, rather than running down the corridors the whole time. The light from the lava causes spawn rates to be low there anyway. Just going to remove these because I keep running over them and then it pops me up. So we might as well make it a little bit more convenient. And of course we don't want to... so when you do this, I think the best way to do is to do it over the lava lakes. So this side is not really clear, but as you go out, you'll see it's a whole bunch of lava, because that usually then there's less places for them to spawn. But this fortress didn't generate that nicely for us, because most of it is there inside the netherrack, which means there's always kind of going to be places for them to spawn naturally there. I see there's a wither skeleton there, so I'm going to go for it. Trying to just keep an eye out. You see, they kind of they'll fall off of spaces like other mobs don't. But then they also, at the same time, they tend to prefer to. You see, like he could have gone around that block, but he chose to go on top of it. They seem to do that a lot. See, as you move around and you clear some space, then you start to get pack spawns, which you don't get nearly as much of in the corridors. So that's why I think it's better to do this out in the open. By better, I mean you get wither skeletons faster. You also make it much less safe when blazes are around, but I think for now we'll just deal with that. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. If you have infinity bow and a shield, you should be mostly fine. Since there's a passage there, we might as well connect this up as well. But let's first fill this in, and we get a nice open area. Don't know how many blocks we have, but we'll just see. Now I'm getting one consistently every once in a while, so whoa. Have you, yes, yeah, so I'm basically just trying to get basically get one wither fight in, because I'm basically just knocking off the advancements. So I will end up needing more beacons than that. I'll probably end up making quite a few. So probably at some point I would ideally want to make an actual wither skull farm, or at least an area where that spawns them better. But for now, I want to get one. I got the advancement for the first skull. If I fight the wither, that's another advancement, and if I make a full beacon, that's another advancement. Now I don't have enough blocks for a full beacon because I need to make a iron farm or a gold farm, or trade a lot more emeralds before I can do that. But I figured I'd get this done so long. We've been kind of spending a lot of time building like that area outside by the portal, and then we did a lot of traveling in previous stream. So I thought I'd do something more, predictable. Like going around looking for biomes is not something you would normally do in a Minecraft game. I mean, if you're looking for a specific resource, you might look for it, but not to the extent that we are, right? We're looking for every biome, and I'm specifically looking for bamboo and just not finding it. Most people, if they're playing, wouldn't keep looking for it all in one go. They would, they would do something else. So I figured I'd do the wither fight is more something that you would normally do. It's kind of like a normal progression thing. We kind of getting to the... We've actually gotten past the what most people would consider finishing the game. You know, we fought the End Dragon. We have all the best gear you can have. Like, it's not possible to get your gear any better. Except maybe if you have a totem, right? A totem makes you a little bit more geared because it means you can make mistakes. So I guess somebody today playing Minecraft would also consider doing a raid and getting Hero of the Village as like part of completing the game. So we haven't done the Wither and we haven't done that yet. So I figured I'd do the Wither now, and we'll probably we need to obviously do the raids for the advancement, but I might do an Ocean Monument and a raid just to get all the hostile mobs defeated, because that's the two things we need to do to get all the mobs. We need all the illagers, and we need... I'm actually going to clear this out as well, because I think it's possible for them to spawn on top of this. And even if not, I want the blocks rather. I'd rather have these blocks and place them as spawnable areas that I can get to. So this kind of seems like a waste. It's a lot more time to get a Wither Skull than it would take to just carry on running around and get it. But considering I'm going to want like 5 or 6 beacons throughout this playthrough, if this doesn't just make the next skull faster, it makes every skull I need to get faster. So I might as well do it. It's a little bit tedious, but it's worth it, I think. Oh. There's one up there. I'm almost not sure if it's worth it to run all the way there to go get it, but I think I will. Because you never know, that might be the one that drops the last skull that we need. Are you going to come here so I can kill you here? I don't want to kill him there because then I have to wait for all the small ones to come to me. I feel like I definitely don't have sharpness on the sword. But I'm pretty sure I did put sharpness 3 on here. I had to put it on by putting... Oh, that's why I have sharpness 3. I don't have sharpness 5. That's probably something I should look at doing at some point as well. Let's actually check if I got in any of the books that I got from AFK Fishing. Okay, so let's hope he stays there. Whoa, I thought he was running straight for me. Yeah, Nitro, I mean we've got the setup in the end. We've defeated the dragon twice, so we don't need that space for anything else. So we can safely set up the Wither there, and I'll probably just do that. Oh, I thought he dropped the skull. It was just 2 coal separately. Is it gone? There was a Wither skeleton over there, but he disappeared again. Oh, that's fine, we got the one up there. Yeah, so it won't be very eventful, but what I do think I will do... actually, I might not fight the Wither yet, because what I want to do is I want to grab a whole bunch of eggs. And I want to test... I haven't done this before, so I'm not sure how well it works, but I want to see if it works. To throw down a bunch of eggs under the fountain in the end. I want to see if the explosions from the Wither actually gets to it. because I don't know the blasts that he shoots technically ends up hitting the bedrock, right? The bottom of the fountain, and I don't know if the blast radius will hit like the area around it. So what my plan was to just spam out like 100 eggs. Hopefully you get like 8 or 10 chickens from that. That's probably not that many, but as many as we can get. And then see how many of them get hit. Because we need one wither road anyway. It's the easiest way to get the wither effect for the final advancement. But if possible, I actually want to get a bunch. So I'll test it to start with. If I get like, you know, like maybe as many as 10 wither roses, that means it's a viable strategy. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to get like, I'll try to get like 100 or maybe even more wither roses. So that I can make a wither skull farm here at some point. Now I don't know if that might not be before the 100% completion. That might be something that I do after the completion. Do you see me? Is he gonna jump down there? I'm not gonna go close to that guy. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh. Well, I guess I can just move away and he'll despawn. No. He didn't despawn. I don't want to be this close to the edge. Oh, you can't go through here because it's too high. But the skeleton can. Oh! Flummoxed. Jeez, they're good. They're good shots. I hear something. This side, that side. There he is. Oops. Skeleton's in the way. The skeleton can get through? Yeah, he can. So I'll just get you, and then I'll deal with the skelly. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's eat, because that's the thing that we need to do. Oh, that was stupid. So I could technically run. Yeah, let's do it. Luckily, nether bricks doesn't blow up when the ghasts shoot it. So if he shoots at me from behind, shouldn't be too poorly affected, so long as I don't let go of shift. Although they can probably knock me over here. I always kind of think to myself, like, this is how you know how much Minecraft somebody plays. How quickly do they place blocks? Right, because that's just muscle memory, right? That's just practice. And I'm quite bad at it. My hand-eye coordination is not very good. So the fact that I place at the speed that I do actually says that I play a lot more Minecraft than you would normally assume. I really wish that their range wasn't as far as it is, because they can pretty much shoot from render distance. Let's take this edge off. No, it doesn't matter that this edge doesn't go to there. This is all inside the bounding box, which means wither skeletons will spawn anywhere inside the bounding box of the fortress on nether brick. So because that goes out to there and out to there, technically that whole area is inside the bounding box of the nether fortress. So we could just extend this area all the way out to that side and then all the way out to that side, and they'll spawn in there. And since this is as long as it is, it means if we run this way, and I should be able to check that. I have noticed that I've got the third skull. Sorry, I didn't see it when it dropped, but I see it now. So if we run this way, we basically need to just be 45 blocks away from that edge, which means nothing spawned there. So you see all these zombies here. Now if we go back, as the zombies at the back get despawned, there should be new spawns allocated in the cube. Now in this case we didn't get anything, but what you ideally want to do is we need to slab this area. If we slab this area, nothing will spawn there, and way more things will spawn here. And ideally what you want is this section to be in the close to the 45, which means things will despawn on their own. And then you wait until you see wither skeletons, and then you can go for it. But ideally you make this so that things spawn here, you slab everything else off, and then you should end up with... Just want to throw it over there because sometimes I don't highlight the right thing, and then I don't want to throw my looting sword over the edge. Okay, so we can carry... Do I have more? No, I don't. Okay. We can carry on working on this the next time we need skulls. And basically every time we need a skull, we'll come and work on it until it's finished, and then, you know... I like the idea of, rather than building this massive farm, which takes, you know, 3 or 4 streams to do, is to build it in a way that you can use it while you build it. And so as it gets faster and faster, because you make more progress on it, you know, you spend less and less time there. So I forgot that I broke this. I'm just going to take the whole portal away because our other portal also links up. It's weird how the portal that we had takes us to the portal up there, but the portal up there doesn't take us back to the portal that we had. It made a new portal. So I don't know if that's where you have to like go backwards and forwards through it to make sure it goes both ways. Oh. He shot at me when he didn't have line of sight. It's also a weird thing that they do is that the projectile of the ghast is tied to the ghast's entity. So if he dies or he despawns, the projectile disappears. So like there, that would have hit me. That ghast fireball would have hit me. But I killed him and then he just despawned and the fireball went away. Did I make... I'm sure I made a passage up here. Yes. This is going to be the safer way to go up. Okay, so now we have everything to to fight the wither. There is enough time to still do it, but I want to see if I can get... I don't know if I haven't been gathering eggs. Eggs? Why can't I say that word? So I probably won't have enough, but I do want to test it, so I'm gonna see if I can at least get enough to test it. Like I think we probably need a stack of eggs. We probably need a stack of eggs to get enough chickens. I don't think it matters if it's if it's baby chickens or adult chickens. The hitbox of the adult chickens might be bigger, but I don't see it as feasible to throw all the eggs and then wait for the chickens to grow up. Oh. For a second there, I thought he turned into a drowned. Don't know how that would happen. I just saw the colors and it looked vaguely brownish. Okay, so I think we gathered some blocks, so let's put those away first. What else do we have here? At least we got some bones as well. I don't know what we need them for. I guess for a nano farm later. I don't know. One of these has all the blaze. This one has gas tiers. This one should have the blaze rods. I guess there. And we had magma cream somewhere as well. Maybe. Oh, it was here, but I think I used them. I made a magma block out of it, which I know seems like a waste of magma creams, but I needed one, so what else do we have? So now, I mean, we'll never really have more than a stack of these, so I guess I'll keep them here with this stuff. Why did I have the emerald here? I think I wanted to take it with me in case I needed to trade for something. I had these here, and okay, we have a. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take. How many do we have there? 3. So I'm just going to take this netherrack. Oh, actually, one of these should be, yes. Okay. So we should have plenty of coal in here. So what I'm going to do is fill these up. And we'll probably get more later if we mine any more. If we mine any more passages in the nether. So then we can do that. So let's see. I'm just trying to. It always takes so long to clear out your inventory after expedition like that. We even ended up with some extra arrows. I'm going to put the regen potion back there. I'll take the rest of the card. And what I actually want to do is I always want to take one of these sources of foods. This isn't actually food, I realized. That we can get rid of to make space. So I'll go chicken and cod. Actually, let's take something like that. Okay. So eggs. What do we have going on here? 11 eggs. So I know eggs can get a little bit out of control. Yes, yeah. I didn't notice a drop, but it was there. So we got the 3 there. Now I don't know if you were here when I was saying I was planning to fight the Wither, but now I just realized one of the things I wanted to do was is I wanted to test if I use let's do this, and I can actually take those nether brick fence now. I put it somewhere here. I can use this. Um, I'm just trying to think if I can... Can chickens fly over one high? I don't want to have them get out and then have them run all over, so let's just play it safe here. So I believe this will work, like for me to... Okay, perfect. So there's 2 of them. I was composting the seeds. Now rather than compost the seeds, I can just... Yeah, don't ask me why my roof leaks. That's for fishing. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's for fishing. I don't know. Do they have the thing where they grow up faster if you feed them? Oh, I'm gonna do the thing that everybody complains about. Or am I? I thought I had some carpet somewhere, but maybe I don't. People always complain about this. Now, if I remember... Okay. But if I understand it correctly, they shouldn't get out. Now the interesting thing is, I might need these seeds, now that I think about it. I think those are all the seeds I have. It shouldn't be too hard to get more. Normally I would just let them grow up, get the eggs that they lay, and keep throwing eggs in there rather than breeding them. But like I mentioned, we have like less than an hour left, and if I can get enough eggs, I'd like to still do the wither fight. What we can maybe do is, if this farm is ready, which it won't be because we were in the nether and the farm wasn't running while we were in the nether. So that's a thing. Oh, I thought this was mushrooms for some reason. That means if I go outside, yeah, thought as much. Well, okay, well that's fine. We can do this anyway. I hope there's still enough time left. So once that's all gone, let's just plant what we have. And this is going to seem weird. It's not going to make a whole lot of sense, what I'm going to do now. But I have my reasons. We're trying to get a stack of eggs. Sorry, not a stack. We want to get eggs only stacked to eggs only stacked to 16, so we want like 4 stacks of eggs. So what we're trying to do is I guess I'll do these first. I like that they made it take 2 bone meals so that you can choose if you want it to be done or just close to done, you know. Although sometimes it takes more than 2. Okay, if it takes more than 2, I'll leave it close to done. Okay, and now I'm gonna... So this is something you probably don't want to normally bother with wheat, because fortune doesn't give you more wheat, it gives you more seeds, which you usually won't want. But in this case, it's exactly what I want. Is this one done? I think so. You can see we should now have plenty of seeds, and we should now be able to do this. Don't really know what we're going to do with all the wheat, but I guess we'll keep the wheat. We need wheat for we need to breed all the animals, and I don't know yet what it takes to breed them all. But my guess is there's probably going to be a few of them that takes wheat. Like llamas and things maybe, or something. But we actually want the seeds, so... So like I got 5 seeds from that one break. So... And some seeds might also have gone in there, so... Yes, okay. So we can always switch back to planting these crops afterwards. Oh, no worries. What happened soon? Oh, is that a regular thing? I didn't realize. Yeah, I had, what? He teleported inside here. Can he should be able to come up here, right? So let's do this then. Oops. I should know not to pick a fight with the Enderman, because that's how I died in my first world. So you could call it first world problems. No. I was yeah, I've been told a lot. People around me tend to be fairly health conscious. So I've been told you're not supposed to eat within 2 hours of when you go to sleep. At least 2 hours. Ideally more. I think more like 4 hours or something like that. Because it's apparently not good for you. It never really affected me though, because I normally go to bed so late. Like I used to go to bed at like after 2 in most cases. And but yes, when you get to the point where you start going to bed at 10, not eating for 4 hours before that means you need to have dinner by 6 o'clock technically. So that can actually be quite an issue. So now we don't really have a way to speed that up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on speeding it up. We should have what seems to be ample. Wait, let's put this back. Okay, let's take all of this. We're gonna make so much bone meal now. Gonna be a one-man farming operation. I think we have enough bone meal. I'm gonna drop one seed here just so that I have one. That's my what do they call it? The seed vault. In where is it? In Norway, or not in Norway, in Iceland or Greenland or whatever it is. That's my seed vault. If I ever stuff up and use all my seeds for something else. I'm actually going to do this the manual way because I want the seeds, not the wheat. If I wanted the wheat, I would flash it. Yeah, so I stay away from eating anywhere, usually after 10. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I mean, I still drink a lot of coffee, but I used to drink like a ridiculous amount of coffee. And because of that, I basically always had caffeine in my system. So you get to that point where like it feels like drinking coffee doesn't affect you. Because I guess in a way it doesn't, because it does affect you, you just never not under the effects. And then at some point I decided to cut back, and I went from drinking like more than 13 cups a day. And when I say 13 cups, I don't mean like 13 cups of instant coffee. I mean like 13 cups, half of which were filter coffee, to like 3 cups a day. And those 3 cups were, again, one or two would be filter coffee and one would be instant coffee. And after that, I didn't. You started to feel the effects a lot more. I mean, that's one of the problems of drinking so much coffee, is that you don't feel the effect anymore. And after that, I made it a habit not to drink coffee after a certain time. So like, when I started the stream at about 10 o'clock, I had my last coffee for the day. And normally I would have that coffee at 9. The only reason why I had it at 10 was because we were running a little bit late and we had dinner late, and I tend to have my last cup of coffee after dinner. So I kind of do the same thing, because also I find that if I do drink coffee too late now, I do actually struggle to sleep somewhat. I'll still sleep, but I have to lay in bed for like half an hour, 45 minutes longer than usual. And for somebody who gets as little sleep as I do, losing an hour of sleep can be very detrimental. Because I don't technically, I get a fair amount of sleep. I go to bed relatively late, so my streams usually end around 1, between 12:30 and 1. But then there's always a bunch of like admin for me to do after the stream, right? I have to. There's a bunch of setup beforehand, and then a bunch of like tear down stuff afterwards. So by the time I do actually go to bed, it's like between 1 and 1:30. And my wife usually goes to sleep around 2:30. So I find that rather than waking up when she comes to bed, I find it easier to just wait for her to come to bed and then sleep. Oh, this is a problem. We actually Don't have enough space for all these seeds. How are we going to get rid of this problem? This way. Oops. Did I break it? No, I didn't. We are going to put all the seeds in there, and then we'll have space again. I want the seeds actually, so that's why. That's why I'm going to put them in there and then just keep on doing this. We might have gone a little bit overkill with the bone meal and the seeds. But my motto is, if you don't overkill, you don't care enough. This was the only one I did properly so that you could walk underneath it. I meant to do that everywhere, but I didn't. Okay, so let's hope that this thing made enough space. Pick everything up again. Perfect. And then we're going to actually just take what's left of my inventory and plant it. Because we might want more seeds. If this works, I'm going to breed, like... Actually, I guess if I have enough chickens to get me a stack of eggs in this short time, I'll have enough eggs forever, pretty much. Other than doing this, I don't really see what use I have for eggs. I mean, it's not like I'm going to make a million cakes. And I'm not going to make a chicken cooker either because, one, it's noisy, and two, I have golden carrots. Like, I don't even have to grow anything. I can just trade emeralds for golden carrots. I mean, why would you want to eat anything else? Unless it's to get rid of it. Okay, I should fix these. But I'm probably not going to. Okay, let's take these and... Can we breed them yet? You can breed. Now, I'm not sure if the best approach is to throw the eggs in to get more, for them to lay more eggs, or if the best approach is to keep the eggs so that we have them and just keep breeding them. We're going to have a slight issue with... I could technically grow that other one up, but it's going to be hard to reach them with everything in the way. So let's just make space by putting, I guess, let's keep a full stack of seeds for the next time we need to do the same thing. And make space by dropping that in. I can actually do the ender pearls as well. It's best to clear out our inventory when we're doing this. When is your normal stream time? In the morning? Is that everything? I guess it is. Did I have a potato? Oh no, I had 2 wheat. I guess if I throw the eggs. So let's do this. Throw the eggs. I should get more. Let's see if I could get the small chicken there. I want to see if we have any. What are you streaming at the moment? Oh, you vary, because I've seen you stream. Is it League and can't remember what I saw you stream, but you stream different stuff. What do I have here? Nothing. Oh, there's a trader outside. He's going invisible now. Let's sleep to make a day so we can see the trader. Maybe he has guess if he has eggs, it's gonna be... It's really not gonna be a worthwhile trade. How many emeralds do we have? So every stack is 7 blocks. We have 4.5 stacks. So let's say 4 times 7 is 28. Plus another, maybe call it 4. It's 32. 32 is a half a stack. No, we need like 2.5 stacks of blocks. So we definitely don't have enough emeralds. You're also having net issues. My internet's been... my internet used to be fairly stable. Wow, everything is 1. Sea pickles are cool, I guess. Oxide daisies would be nice if you needed regen stews. But no, nothing of value. Or nothing worth trading at least. Okay, let's see if the adults are ready again. No, no, no. Yeah, I have this thing as well where I don't think it's happened tonight yet, but my internet disconnects. It doesn't really disconnect. I'm connected, but no traffic goes through for, I don't know, 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds, just enough to, you know, drop the stream, or if I'm busy, download something for it to give an error, or you know, it's super annoying because anything that you queue will fail. Sometimes it's just long enough. Yeah, for me it's I don't it could be 2 minutes. It doesn't feel like 2 minutes. But you know, like the router doesn't say that it's disconnected. It shows the internet symbol. My laptop, which is on the same network, doesn't give me warnings. It's just this PC. But it's I think it's definitely it's definitely like the internet dropping. Not the internet. It's just packets don't go through. So it's almost like you start getting very high or 100% packet loss for a little while. And it's I never had that before. I switched to a different ISP a while back, but it also didn't start happening exactly when I switched over. So I don't necessarily want to assume that it's something that the ISP is doing that's causing it. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do about it, and it's just super frustrating. Guess we can breed some of these up since we should have some extra wheat now. How much extra wheat do we have? Yeah, we have got a stack. No, I'm trying to find things to do to wait while I'm waiting for this. More cows. They should get close to the limit for the 4 blocks at the end soon, which will put some more stuff in there. I wish they had a feature where if they've already been fed or they're not able to breed and they're fully grown up, that they wouldn't be attracted to the seeds. That way they would walk around and you could get to the ones that are interested. Alright, is it always the same, or do you have to decide every time what you feel like? No, you messing the crops up. Is this the same guy? Did you move around, or is there a second guy? Yeah, see, that sounds like work. I wouldn't want to have to like figure out what I feel like every night. I don't know why he navigated here. It would be good if I could open this up somehow. So that I could feed the baby chickens. I'm gonna keep throwing the eggs in until we basically get to entity cramming. It is eventually going to cause lag because the eggs are going to fill this up and then fill the hopper up and then sit here, and then we're just going to have a ton of entities. Trying to see that none of these. I'm just checking if he trades anything that vaguely resembles. No, he doesn't. Thought maybe if he traded something like eggs, we could speed it up. Although that wouldn't be a very good trade either, because most eggs won't give us chicken. 36 emeralds for a bell, so I didn't need to take that other bell, but I have one. So, oh man, we're running out of time. I don't think we're gonna get it done, but I don't want to go and do something else. Hey Jacob 1 through 9, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. How's it going, bud? I am good. I had a bit of a rough day, but it's evening now, so we don't have to worry about work and all that stuff. So it's as if it didn't exist. See what that? I feel like that should be feeding that chicken. I wonder if I'm... You see, I don't want to... So these ones I grew up faster because I could... Oh, there we go. They grew up faster because I could feed them when there was only 2, but now I can't feed the small ones anymore. Yes, yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube at the moment. So you should, I don't know if Mixer has the, let me actually check while I'm waiting for this. Just open my Mixer page. I add all my links to everything, but I think... Let's see... I don't know if they have links for... I think they have links for Twitter, and yeah, there should be a YouTube link at the bottom of the Mixer page. I don't have enough subscribers to get like a channel name. I've just got the randomly generated one. So I don't upload regular videos. I just stream to YouTube. So it's the same stream. Like you can follow on Mixer or on YouTube or on Twitch, whichever is more convenient for you. On YouTube at the moment, I don't know, not a lot. Not zero, but not a lot. I've actually found, so I stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, and yeah, I have like 4 subscribers at the moment. Most of my audience comes from Twitch, and a little bit from Mixer. No, no, no. 4, as in only 4, like in 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I mean most people. I mean, because it's streaming, right? If I was uploading videos, it would be a different story, and most people would be finding me on YouTube. Um, because Twitch's video production tools is not great. I don't think Mixer even has any. But I just don't have the time to actually produce videos, because then it's recording and editing and uploading and dealing with all the things that gets your video views. Like, that really is like a full-time job. And you know, this is like one of, it's not really a job, it's more a hobby, but it's one of three jobs that I have, so I just don't have the time to do anything decent on YouTube. Friends, what do you mean to subscribe? I mean, I'm friendly. But I'm guessing you're not in the part of the world that you need to be for us to like do stuff in real life, so. But feel free to follow. Check some streams, hang out. That took a little while, Slamarbo. Did you either needed to, it was either difficult to decide, or it ended up being something that you had to make? My channel on YouTube. Okay, cheers, Jacob. Fruit Loops. Yeah, that actually sounds good. Although it's, I don't know, it's a lot of sugar. But it's easy to make, it's quick. Probably a good choice. So we've got a bunch of small chickens in there now, so they're not laying eggs at the moment, but when they grow up, we'll go from 2 to like 6 or 7. Now that sounds good. Although wait, what, you're talking about like 2-minute noodles? Because 2-minute noodles is not a lot of effort to make. It's probably about this. Well, okay, it's not quite the same as Fruit Loops. It's like 1 step more. But okay, no, I guess that depends. Like, do you eat your? I'm assuming you make Fruit Loops with milk, and then do you eat it cold or hot? Because some people eat it hot. They like that, like the soggy cereal. Dude, you're messing up my farm. Seeds, okay. I don't think there's going to be enough time to fight the wither still, but I think we should get far enough that at the start of the next stream we should have all the eggs. I'll probably I don't really need to AFK fish because we got experience, so everything is repaired. But what I might do is I might leave the game open for a bit, have them lay some eggs, fill up this chest, I won't leave it on overnight though. That's gonna probably end up in disaster. Why was this closed again? Oh, I know why. Because I was bringing them in here, and I didn't want them to run down to the mine. We don't need this anymore, if I'm not mistaken. So we can clear that out. And put all that in there. Even the composter can go there. And the carpet. The bed can go in. Do we have the? Oh no. I normally keep a bed here, so do the same thing there. We'll probably want might as well put an extra chest in there. Oh, can I? Yeah, now I can feed them. Excellent. I don't know, they moved or something. Okay, they can't breed yet, so I don't actually care how many seeds this ends up taking. Oh, I need one of them to also grow up, otherwise he won't breed. Come on. Oh, his breeding time's already over anyway. They should be able to breed though. Oh, there you go. That one can't. I can reach that one, but I can reach this one. I don't know how many can breed and what the situation is here, but we'll just give everybody a go. Okay. Now, I think there's a chance that they can lay eggs where it's not over the hopper. Okay, it's gonna start speeding up now, I'm pretty sure. We did use most of our seeds to do that, but that's fine. There's so many more laying eggs now. I'm happy to use all the seeds on this. Oh, there's two there. Oh, we can even get to this guy. Excellent. Oh, now I can't anymore. Oh. Precision chicken feeding. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if they had a chance to hit me back, pretty much would be. I'm pretty confident they're not gonna get out of there though. I have a habit of building these things and then they get out. Like I accidentally let the cows out of this thing at one point. I was working on the side and they all streamed out. But I just killed all of them. Two were left in the thing. I just bred them up again. I mean, that's what happened if you rise up against the masters. We can keep these. We don't have much cobblestone left. Okay, so that'll give us the... Oh, the worst thing is if you fall in here. If you fall in here, there isn't really a way to get out because you can't place blocks there. You have to kind of just kill them. So try and avoid that if you're doing this. Okay, so let's put the seeds here. I think that should be... Well, we'll keep this with us. Can maybe do one. At this point, if we do a round of feeding, we're going to end up with quite a lot of chickens. I'm trying to see if any of the eggs that they lay lands on the outside and doesn't get picked up by the hopper. Because if it is, I should actually put a hopper here that goes into it. But if I do that... Oh, I can probably do that. I just have to go outside and do it. Oh, come on, man. Just leave already. Stop it. You're supposed to... Oh, yeah. Okay, you're walking away now, but just making it worse. There you go. I realize they're just destroying the farm even worse now, but that's fine. This gives me leads. I might need leads for... I don't know if for some of the animals that you have to tame, if putting them on leads is easier to get them close, or to, sorry, not to tame, to breed. What did I need? Oh, 2 sticks and 2 iron. I feel like it's time to make a new hoe. Because there's definitely been enough destruction here that we need to fix it. Is that phantoms? Thought I heard phantoms. Okay. Just want to set this up so that I get enough eggs so that we can do the wither fight in the next. I want to have like an insane amount of eggs. I want there to be like 100 chickens underneath the wither. Did we get all of them? Okay, they don't seem to be laying too many eggs, but I guess even if they lay like 1 egg every half a minute, if I leave it for like a few hours, I should have enough. Jake, this is Java edition, sorry. Java. It's oh wait, you won't be able to see with the thing, but it's 1.14.4 vanilla. The only mod I have installed is the mod that gives you the little overlay to show you my advancement progress. And yeah, for that, it has to be Java Edition for that. Okay, it's night time. I am gonna sleep because actually I should consider, if I had more time, I could try and go get that cobwebs, and then I wouldn't have to sleep, and then I can try and do the phantoms, but there's not enough time left to do that. Are you talking about the one that shows the sounds, or are you talking about the? Oh yeah, you're on Mixer, so you won't have the Twitch overlay. That's a setting that you get in show subtitles on. So if you turn that off, I don't know. You see now it's gone. And if you go to music and sounds, show subtitles on. This is obviously where it is in Java Edition. I think Bedrock Edition has this has the same one, but the menus look different, obviously, because it's the one with the panels on the one side and the other thing. Yeah, I think it's quite nice that they give you the direction roughly as well, so you can kind of figure out if you look at the arrows whether it's on the left or on the right, or straight. If there's no arrow, it's straight ahead. So you can see if you look at chicken clucks, you'll see if I turn far enough left, it goes right. And it makes it a little easier when you stream sometimes, because you sometimes the audio gets downcoded into mono, and then it's a little bit hard to hear. Oh, thanks for the host, Jake. I appreciate it. I'm getting close to ending my stream as well, but I've got another like 5 to 15 minutes. Oh yeah, that egg came into my inventory, so it was on the side, so it's not going in. But I mean, it should catch enough, I think. Oh, there's some more. What I can always do is, if I am AFKing to try and get the eggs, I can stand over here, and that they should all come into my inventory. So I don't know if you can see, what we're currently doing is MCHC100. So there's a little thing about it. It should show up in chat on all the different ones. Sorry, I always do it the wrong way around. MC100. There we go. So it's basically, it's a challenge run to try and get 100% completion on hardcore mode. So obviously, because it's a challenge run, you know, obviously you can't have help. And also because it's hardcore and it's so easy to die, you know, playing on a server makes it a lot harder because of the lag. So unfortunately, I'm not doing a server on this at the moment. But what I probably will do is I'll probably set up either a realm or something similar after this playthrough, because I want to have something that, you know, I can play with viewers as well. But at the moment, because I also stream other games, you know, I don't want to split my time too much into two Minecraft playthroughs. So I will definitely eventually get to it. I'll just have to figure out how. I'll probably won't make it a public realm. Yeah, so I'm not sure what we. You know, I'm thinking about what I want to do. I probably want it to be something that's vanilla, so that, you know, people can play without having to install mods or anything like that. and maybe even Realms, because that's the easiest for people to join into. But yeah, well, the other thing that I want to see is because you know, griefers are a thing, so we might have to have some kind of control over who can join. So what I'll probably do is you'll see if you type. Let me see if I can do this on all the platforms. If you type points in the chat, it should tell you how many points you have. Except on YouTube. For some reason, it doesn't work on YouTube. So you accumulate those points just by like watching the stream. Also, if you like follow or sub or tip or whatever, but you don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just watch the stream. So what I might do, yeah, data pack's a lot easier because you don't have to do anything. Oh, there the YouTube one goes. I don't know why it thinks I only have 25 there. Yeah, so you earn those. So what I might do is I might make a redeemable option for like, I don't know, 500 exabytes or 1,000 exabytes or something that you can redeem to get access to the server. So that'll be like, you know, if you watch the stream for like 10 hours or something, you'll be able to join. And that'll just be to not have, you know, random people join the server and so on. So I'll probably set it up like that, and I'll do it as a realm. So all you'll have to do is give me your Minecraft character name, so I can whitelist you, and then we can join. I might even do because I know a lot of people on Mixer are playing on, you know, Xbox and stuff as well. So I might even do that Windows edition, just to make it more accessible so more people can join. Most people that would watch my stream would be on Java edition, but I'll see. I might do a poll and see what people are more interested in. If it's a vanilla world, it's, you know, it really doesn't matter that much between the two. I think that some of the game mechanics are slightly different and the advancements are different, but for the most part, I think it's more or less the same. So I'd rather have the thing that more people can join in on. So what I'm trying to do now is just I need a bunch of eggs to I want to do the wither fight. And I have like a cheesy way to do it, so I'm not too worried about it. It's not going to be risky, unless I do it wrong, obviously. But I need, I want to get wither roses, and I want to see if I spawn a bunch of chickens where I do the fight, if the way that I'm going to do it is going to allow the chickens to get blasted by the wither. Yeah, I mean, so I use a restreaming service that that converts everything for me. So I stream to their servers and they stream to Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, and it's just a little bit easier for me because then I don't have to stream, you know, three video streams at the same time. And they obviously have better encoding capabilities than I do, so I don't have to worry about my computer's load encoding for 3 different things. The only problem is that I can't use FTL on Mixer. I do use the low latency mode on Twitch and everything, but I don't think it's quite as good as FTL for latency. And there's some features on Mixer and stuff that I don't get, so the chat obviously is integrated. I don't actually know, is the chat showing up? It should be. Just realizing that I haven't seen the chat, but I haven't been looking that much. I'll keep this open, then I should be able to see it there, because I have a separate chat stream that allows me to see the chat on all the different platforms. Let's do another round. I think if the entity cramming isn't kicking in, we might as well do more. Yeah, I mean, it's the start is the most difficult. Let me just say, I mean, I started streaming before, very briefly, and then I stopped. It was partly because work got quite busy and I didn't have enough time. But also, if you just start, I mean, that's I think a lot of people do that, and I did the same thing. I just started streaming, right? I just started streaming, had no viewers, and you don't really get viewers that way. So it can take really long before like anybody comes into your like reliably comes into your channel, right? Like I've seen some people streaming for a year and a half, 2 years, and most streams they have still 1 or 2 viewers, right? Because you do kind of have to do some extra work if you want to have more viewers. You do have to do some more work. You need to promote, like, you know, you can't just create your own Twitter account and or whatever and then start streaming and then tweet out on that because nobody will see it, right? You have to kind of like find some, you know, there are some communities that promote news or promote streamers in general. You know, either on a specific platform or in a specific geographic location, yeah, like, you know, or something like the BSO7, where they like kind of they list all the streamers with that tag in their title on their website, so you know people can find it there, and often other small streamers will find your stream through that, and then they'll have a look at it there. And you know it's kind of tricky because other streamers, they know what you're going through. They also struggle to get viewers and to deal with all the issues that comes with learning how to stream and so on. So they'll generally be quite helpful and so on. But they won't watch that often because they have their own streams. They have a lot of stuff to do as well. So they can be very helpful and very encouraging, but they're not going to form your viewer base. So that's just a way to like start spreading the word and get an idea of what people like and what they don't like, and a lot of times those guys will give you feedback and criticism, and it'll be hard to hear, but that's the best way to improve your stream and to get reach a wider audience, is to like take the stuff that they advise you into consideration and try and do it. So like a lot of people start streaming and they don't have a profile picture, or they don't put the webcam on and stuff like that, and it seems silly at first because a lot of the times you might think I want to watch a stream that's all about the game. I don't want to see the streamer. I just want to focus on the game. But a lot of viewers don't. In fact, probably the majority of viewers don't. They like to see the streamer because it makes them feel like the person is playing the game and they're having an interaction with the person, not just watching the game. Because sometimes there could be pre-recorded gameplay and you can't tell the difference really unless you're asking the streamer questions and he's answering them. So there's all this kind of stuff where there's people have seen maybe early on you didn't have a webcam, and then after 3 months or 6 months you get a webcam and you turn it on, and you all of a sudden you notice your viewer count jumps up by 15-20% or whatever, right? Or your channel just starts to grow faster, whatever. You'll often see when you watch bigger streamers or mid-sized streamers looking for somebody to raid, they'll go through their list and they'll say, I'm looking for somebody who's playing this game and who has a webcam. And a lot of times they'll also look out for things like, if you'll see, I have the song that's playing. I have the I have the viewer count and stuff. Viewer count is not that important. Most people don't care about that so much, but they have, some info about events and stuff. They'll sometimes see, if people have the default Streamlabs notifications, then if you're a streamer, you know what all the stuff is that you have to do, and you know what's available, and so you can see when somebody's put in a little bit of effort or not. If the person doesn't have a profile picture, they don't have a description on their channel, they don't have any kind of custom graphics. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just has to be something there other than just a webcam over the thing. They'll not host you when they're looking for, or they'll not raid you when they're looking for somebody to raid. And early on, that makes a huge difference. That's where most of your viewers is going to come from. You're going to be streaming. I usually have 1 or 2 viewers. Once in a while, you'll have 5 people come in at the same time, which is just pure coincidence. That won't happen regularly. But for most smaller streamers, still upset with me. Why? Because you still don't have Borderlands. You gotta get that Super Deluxe Edition, bro. The Super Deluxe Edition is where it's at. I've actually been having some issues with Borderlands not updating correctly, and I read an article about they had issues with the cloud saves. People were like, their cloud saves were being deleted. There's issues with the DRM. They've got a new version of Denuvo DRM, and apparently it's causing fairly extensive performance issues on PC. So there's a whole bunch of things that didn't go so smoothly with the PC launch. But it seems to be popular. Quite a lot of people are playing it. People are saying that they're enjoying it. I haven't gotten very far because I don't have that much time to play it. And I started a second character because the character that I'm playing on stream, I want to only play that character on stream, so I don't want to jump ahead too far. In Minecraft, it is existential like that. I don't know if you can read that. So I'll just keep that up for a little while. So it should be exactly the same as in Mixer. I kept it specifically the same. I don't know if it's case sensitive, but... Okay, so this seems to be going... It's not that fast, but I think if I leave this running tomorrow during the day, I think I'll fill up the chest. Now, ultimately, I think I won't need a double chest. I'll just need one chest. I'm gonna take, at most, I'll take a shulker box. Basically, I'm gonna actually take one shulker box from here, and that's gonna be the one that I take. This one is gonna be eggs, and I'm gonna actually take bone meal to dye it white, just to make it clear that this is the egg shulker box. Oh wait, I have to do it like this first. This white dye thing is new. So that way. But I like that they put it in, it makes it consistent with the other stuff. Ooh. Okay, so we're at the entity cramming point because one of them died from entity cramming. So that's good. It means that there's 25 in there. There's actually probably more than 25 in there, but they're not always all in the same block. So once 25 or more walk into the same block, then they get entity crammed. So let's put... Oh, I took the named one. Shouldn't have taken the named one. Now it says spare armor and it's white. That's not right. Okay. So we got... I can go in there. Guess we'll put the leads in there for now as well. Actually, I'm not sure when I'm going to need it, but I think I'm going to need that for when I go exploring. So I'll put it in my ender chest. If I see something that I need to use it on, I'll have access to it. And okay, so I'll fill up this shulker box, and then we're ready to do the wither fight. Yeah, so I have at the moment I have so on Mixer it's a little bit hard because there's no overlay, but actually even on Twitch at the moment there isn't. I've disabled the overlay for redeeming points, but I think you can. Let me just check what's the command for it. Should be in. Let's go to CloudBot. There is a chat command for the things that you can redeem. I think at the moment I just have like renaming a tool and renaming a pet. So let's see what the yeah, I have to admit that the problems with it's gameplay wise is not an issue, right? You know, a lot of people have been complaining that the pre-sequel was a bit of a dud. But so far, from everybody that I've watched, they're happy with the story, they're happy with the dialogue, they're happy with the loot and the progression. Like that's been fine. So I mean, I've been very happy playing it. Even on my PC, even with the supposed performance issues, it's actually been fine. I haven't had low frames. I haven't had. I think I've had the game crash once, and I've been playing maybe 6 or 8 hours. So yeah, maybe a little bit more. So yeah, I'm trying to see how do you redeem this. Oh, I think you yeah, I think the command for it is okay. Cheers, Jake. See you around. Yeah, it's not bad. I normally go for, so I know in the past with Borderlands what they've done is sorry, I'm just going to switch to the intermission thing because then it's a little bit more easy to see. What they've done in the past is they've released a game with 4 classes, and then with one of the DLCs, they typically release a little bit more content and 2 more classes. I don't know if they do them one at a time, but usually they end up with 2 extra classes. So I just went to the Super Deluxe Edition because I know I'm going to get that eventually anyway. And so, yeah, I think in the long run that's going to be the way to go. But I mean, it's probably easier to just get the base version now. Pre-order is done with, as far as I know. So you're not really losing out too much, and you can always get the DLC later when it comes out. I mean, it'll probably go on sale eventually anyway, but the problem is by the time it goes on sale, people are going to be over it, and it's going to be a little bit harder to find people to play with. Hey Brendan Bird, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Um, we're just getting close to the end of the stream, so there's not that much going on at the moment, but I appreciate you dropping by. Oh, your mixer. Yeah, I actually, so all my accounts, my Twitch, my Mixer, my YouTube, everything is like from this year. And that's because I have all those accounts. I had Mixer, I had like a level 100 Mixer, I had Twitch for a while and everything. But it wasn't consistent. Like I see, you have the same thing, right? You probably wanted Sly Marbo and couldn't get it, so you had to go Sly Marbo ZA. Or that's what happened to me. I know a lot of people add the ZA deliberately, but I actually had to do it because mine was taken. And sorry, I just want to grab the eggs. And then I just decided, like, it's too frustrating to have it be inconsistent. So I did a check. I found a username that was available on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Like I use one of the services that checks all the different platforms for you, Reddit, everything, right? So I can have the same username everywhere. And I looked until I found a username that was available. And so now everything's consistent, and I really like that. It was definitely worth the effort that I put in to find it. Yeah, so I heard you say that, but are you even able to do that though? Because I know, I didn't actually check Twitch, but I know a lot of places you struggle. So, like for example, the one thing that was an issue, Existential is available on Steam, and you can change your display name in Steam, but you can't actually change your account name. And I have like over 500 games on Steam, so I'm not going to create a new account and just stop using the old one. So I've changed how it displays, but you can't. I still have my account name is the same, and it shows that account name to people as well. So that's a little bit frustrating. I can't really do anything about that. But at least, yeah, things like Discord you can change. So things where I had purchases, I tried to keep it. So the Discord I kept because I've been a Nitro Discord Nitro user since it came out. Twitch I actually had a bit of an issue because my Twitch Prime is linked to my old account. So this account doesn't have Twitch Prime. They keep trying to get me to get Twitch Prime, but I mean I'm not going to pay for two Amazon Prime or for two Prime services. So that's a little bit tricky, but yeah, I'm happy with this. If I need to eventually just cancel my old account, I'll just cancel it, and then I'm sure they'll let you just move the Twitch Prime. Now, the only issue is the Twitch Prime gives you games that gets added to your library. So if you move it over to a different account, you'll have the Prime there, but you won't. I don't think you can transfer your games library. So I must actually check if they do that. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm still using that account to sub to people with my Prime. And sometimes when I want to help out smaller streamers, I'll open both accounts and I'll view their stream with two accounts, so it counts as two viewers. Especially for the guys that are trying to get affiliate, if they need their 3 concurrent viewers, it helps if you can basically have two unique users in the stream for the duration. It just means you need to have an average of 1 then for the rest of the stream. To get that 3 average viewers, because that seems to be the hardest one to get when you're starting off. That and the follows, I guess. The streaming that number of hours is easy; you just do it. And I got the other one that you need for the concurrent chats thing happened during the raid last Friday when when the ZA Streams guys did the raid and everybody said hi at the same time, that counted as the five people chatting concurrently or whatever. Okay, so let's pop that in, and then I think I'm going to end the stream there. I think at the start of the next stream we will have everything that we need to do the Wither fight, so we might as well get that done, and that should give us this one, and construct and place a beacon. This one is just any beacon, but I'm sure there's one I think there's another one. One of them requires a full beacon, I'm sure of it. So I don't know if it's this one. If it's this one, then I won't get this one yet, but we'll make the beacon. And that won't take long, that'll just be the start of the stream. So then after that, we'll probably do prep for either this Ghast one. Or I'll do... there was another thing that we needed prep for. It was... Oh, it's getting the cobwebs. I want to go grab some cobwebs so that I can get this one done, because I've been meaning to do this one for a while and it's just taking long. Slymobo, DM me on Twitch your Epic account details, and I might see what I can do. I can't even remember what, because Epic uses, I think because it's only on PC, it's only on the Epic store, right? So yeah, DM me your... I don't know how they use... I haven't used it. This is literally the first thing that I've got on the Epic Store. I've been trying to avoid it like the plague. But they seem to pull in people from all the socials, so I'm not sure how the usernames work. Mine is just a regular username. But people that I have from other networks have... they have all different looking names. Like it's people from... I think it's people from PlayStation Network or whatever that's been added, so just drop me out if you can figure out however the name is. Let me just check when you add someone what it asks for. It only has Facebook and Steam. It lets you use email address as well. Okay. Why does my Twitch say that it's not there? Okay, did you send me a DM in Twitch or on Discord? That doesn't really matter. You can send it to me whichever way. Looks like they want the display name or the email address. So I'll get that from you so I can add it onto my list, and then I'll see what I can do. Okay, let me sort that out. Okay, so tomorrow's stream, what's tomorrow? It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow will probably be either Borderlands or Legends of Aria. So we'll see. I'll see what I feel like. It depends what I If I want a more relaxed stream, it'll be Legends of Aria. If I want to do some shooting, it'll be Borderlands. And we'll be back to a hardcore Minecraft on Saturday probably. All right, great. Thanks very much for stopping by, and thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed your midnight snack. And I'll keep an eye out for your stream. And I'll look for that DM just now and have a look about that. So thanks for hanging out, everybody, and catch you tomorrow. Cheers.